If you've been online this weekend, you've probably seen AOC has started freezing her eggs. Let me say what no one wants to say out loud. This is one big publicity stunt. AOC is almost 37 years old. She has been with the same man for 15 years. If she wanted to have a kid by now, she would have had one.
Don't be weird about this, even though I know all of you will be. All right, everyone. Deco and I, day one of freezing my eggs. I'm diving into the process, and now I've got, let's see, all of this medicine here. I'm going to inject this first, but I got a pro tip from a friend because this injection kind of stings, it kind of burns a little bit. So a friend of mine told me that if you make the first injection first and let it sit while you're doing everything else, maybe it burns a little less. I don't know. But obviously I'm not doing this on live right now. Could you imagine? I didn't want to distract myself too much by being on live because I'm injecting myself with things. Maybe later, maybe if I become a pro at this, I'll do that.
Yes, I honestly see this to be disgusting. Yeah, I understand. Maybe she just want to do publicity because of her aim to run for president or what exactly. But doing this on live TV to me is not okay. If you take a look at her previous stand when it concerns having children, you will clearly see
Our planet is going to face disaster if we don't turn this ship around. And so it's basically like there's scientific consensus that the lives of children are going to be very difficult. And it does lead, I think, young people to have a legitimate question. You know, is it okay to still have children?
You know, if you take a look at her previous stance when it concerns issue of people having children, and today it has changed. If you take a look at her previous stance when it concerns police, it has changed. There are just a lot of things I don't want to go, continue to count. And these people move based on how the population is moving. If they realize, oh, this is popular, they stay on it. If it's no longer popular, they change. They don't stand on their word. That is one of the challenge I have with people like this. If you say something today, be able to stand up to it even after 5-6 years. That's when I know you are a person of your word. Don't tell me something today, tomorrow.
So you have Wisconsin coming up next. Francesca Hong, who is the Democratic Socialists of America supported candidate for governor. You haven't endorsed her. Are you going to?
No, I haven't endorsed in that race. My focus has been in winning back the Congress, winning back the House, and positioning ourselves to have the best chance possible to win the Senate. So I've been focused on those legislative.
I noticed you haven't yet endorsed in the Wisconsin governor's race. What's your thinking there, and might you endorse? Or
I don't think so. I met Francesca a couple of years ago. I was in Wisconsin, and she seems very, very nice. But again, this is a race I just am not that familiar with. We have not gotten involved in many governor's races. I think we did one in Maine with Troy Jackson. You know, obviously my major concern right now is seeing that we have a Senate and a House that is going to stand up to Trump. That's really where my focus is. So as of now, we have not been involved in that race.
Candidates who have won. Mm-hmm. How do you get around that? I mean, those are not positions that are supported by
Right. I mean, I think that a lot of these races, even right now, they'll have a tendency to be nationalized.
Yeah.
But these races ultimately are local, and all politics are local. My understanding is that that Francesca Hong has made clear her present stances to her electorate.
Yeah, she's moved away from a lot
right,
of that.
Right, she's moved away from it. And I have a local city councilman that has this saying woke one was crazy.
Woke one was crazy. Okay, that's interesting.
And I think that what's important is that we have to assess what
Was it? I mean, did the
candidate
movement
is
go
saying
too
now.
far with some of those positions? I mean, you briefly supported the idea of defunding the police.
Well, I think that during this time and especially during COVID, there was a huge opening of the Overton window. We were shut down. There was some of the highest unemployment rates that we have seen because of those shutdowns.
Yeah.
And I think that the doors were really open in trying to entertain any and every policy that was going to get us to a better place. And I actually think that the discussions that were had in that time were quite fruitful. I think that when we talk about crime today, it's fundamentally different than the way that we talked about crime in bringing crime down, right? And I think that we all share in the goals of having as low a crime rate as possible. I think that, during lockdown, of course, rhetoric in that time is not rhetoric that we would use today. And I'm grateful that these candidates have the opportunity to present who they are to their electorate and what they're campaigning on in this moment.
Democrat politicians will never stop to amaze me. Yeah. They changes positions on issue based on how people are looking. Taking a look at what is happening in Wisconsin, these Democrat socialists, they are really not coming out to support this lady. They asked Bernie Sanders, "Oh, she's a good lady. I met her once, and why is it that you have not endorsed her?" They turned. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the same question. "Oh, is it that I've not really endorsed a candidate? These people are playing with people's they don't even know." Yeah, because it gets crazy. People should be able to see through this BS these people are doing. Like, what is this? It's not madness. Will always be like this. Democrat politicians are fond of it. They can say something today. If they realize the thing is no longer working, they change, start giving different positions. People don't forget. Yeah, people know exactly all these tactics. Yeah, they understand what is happening. I don't believe you will tell someone that, oh, there are videos. If you watch the beginning of this clip, you'll see there is just one I decided to share where she used to stand. People should not give birth, but look at her now, freezing eggs, meaning she has planned. Her previous position on that few years ago is not working today, right?
Call it what it is. It's communism.
The Commie Caucus is coming to Congress.
Communism is on the ballot this November.
Well, you can kind of get a sense of the theme, and obviously the president has said the same thing. But by the way, just a quick definitional thing. What, in your mind, is the difference between socialism and communism?
I think to me, the fundamental differences, there's many.
Yeah.
One prevailing one is democracy. And I believe that democratic socialists are fundamentally pro-democracy. And we believe in the ballot box. We believe in respecting the outcomes of elections and governing democratically.
I believe you've seen them. I don't want to make the video long. I think I will end here. Thank you. God bless you abundantly. I want to appreciate you for watching the video to this end. Please hit the video and, if possible, share out.
That the WNBA
alter our brains that people are bad and our world is crazy and yes, keep your head on a swivel.
Talking about qualification.
Odysseus.
Telemachus.
This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what tanks the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be a warrior, right? A warrior.
Really fortunate about
That got John A.